across northern Queensland. This is Win News.
Tonight, health authorities investigating a COVID-19 case in Townsville. Local businesses heartlessly targeted by an alleged vandal. And we take a special look back at our once-in-a-century flood. Good evening, welcome to Win News. I'm Lincoln Humphries. Also tonight, crew aboard a Townsville medical ship preparing to redeploy to Papua New Guinea this week. Health authorities are investigating a suspected historic COVID-19 case in Townsville. Meanwhile, Queensland Health has decided not to declare Victoria a hotspot, despite an Australian Open hotel worker testing positive to the virus.
As a COVID emergency unfolds down south, our state leaders aren't rushing to build a border barrier.
We are not declaring Victoria a hotspot at this time because Victoria are responding.
Overnight, a staff member in a Victorian hotel tested positive to the virus. Genomic sequencing is underway to determine if it's the UK strain.
We won't be putting restrictions in place as yet, but we will call on people to go get tested and to quarantine in line with the Victorian directions.
Anyone who's visited Greater Melbourne since January 29 should get tested and isolate until they get a negative result. People who have been to venues of concern need to get tested and quarantined.
We have got to this in good time. There's an army of people working as hard as they can to bring control to this.
Here in Queensland, 3 cases are being investigated further and haven't been added to our total. Health authorities believe 2 people, one on the Sunshine Coast and one in Townsville, are just shedding the virus and aren't new cases.
They're 2 people who returned from Western Australia after being positive in a hotel over there and going through their quarantine and their isolation period.
The third, they're looking into whether it was a false positive.
And she has tested positive on 1 gene.
The advice remains the same. Anyone with symptoms should get tested immediately. Melissa Horsey, Win News.
13 West End businesses faced a huge clean-up this morning, arriving at work to find their glass windows and doors had been smashed. They say it's a problem becoming far too common on that stretch of road.
Under the cover of darkness, a man walks towards the store and pelts rocks at the glass door. He then walks around the back, doing the same to 3 parked cars. Cheaper Auto Spares left with 4 huge smashes on its front doors. Next door, Marshall Victor was one of the lucky ones.
Came in this morning, got a cracked window, and that's all I know.
Down the road, a rock was thrown right through the window of Tom Hattrick's store.
Glass all over the couch and through the little waiting area here.
And it's not the first time his store has been targeted.
It's a bloody nuisance, you know. We've had 3 of these now, and I think they get their rocks over at the railway line there. From, past experience, we just plated everything up.
Police have charged a 29-year-old Garbett man with 4 offences, including willful damage and public nuisance. Now business owners are bracing for a hefty damage bill.
With the sign writing and the tinting and everything, most probably, $1,000 plus.
I don't know, between 1,000 and 2,000 probably.
He faced Townsville Magistrates Court this morning, where he was remanded in custody. The matter was adjourned for March 2nd for sentencing. Emily Steinhardt, Win News.
Child Protection Agency Act for Kids has slammed suggestions the Palaszczuk government should revisit youth offender boot camps. The organisation is pushing for evidence-based solutions to be considered to address complex factors contributing to the crime cycle.
Broken homes, lack of employment opportunities for parents, in some instances not having the skills to properly care for their kids.
But it does not see the boot camp style facilities as fitting that bill, saying the experimental camps trialled under the Newman government led to an $11 million budget blowout.
It was found that they were hastily set up and they weren't supported by research. And sadly, there was no effect on the rates of reoffending.
Labor dumped the youth camps in 2015. This time 2 years ago, Townsville was in the grips of a once-in-a-century monsoonal deluge, an event that changed our region forever. Many flood victims are still repairing and rebuilding their properties. Some haven't even returned home. Tonight we're looking back at the devastation and heartache and the lessons learnt, shaping our emergency response for decades to come. Kira Jones has this special report.
After days of relentless rainfall on February 1st, 2019, an emergency was declared. as the Ross River Dam surged past 100% capacity. On the night of the 3rd, its gates were fully opened, releasing an Olympic swimming pool of water every second on Townsville.
Well, we've lost everything under the house. Fridges, washing machine, everything that's under there.
It's just horrible. There's like nothing left.
In the end, when so much rain has fallen, nothing is going to hold back nature.
Suburbs underwater, families evacuated. Our emergency services putting their lives on the line, stretched to their limit, moving people to safety with countless calls for help. Lewis O'Rourke was an SES crew member at the time. Volunteers swamped with almost 4,500 calls for help.
The army were out there, the police, the fireys, the rural fireys. In situations like that, it's not really about what service you're with, it's just about helping the community.
Once the water receded, the mammoth cleanup began. More than 3,000 homes were damaged by the monster monsoon, our city uniting to support those hit hardest.
And we saw that multiple times, neighbours helping neighbours. They don't even talk normally. But in an event like this, it doesn't matter.
Even now, some flood victims are still displaced or rebuilding and repairing their homes in ongoing battles with insurance companies. Wayne McDonald's Adalia home is still filled with tradies.
It was about knee height, so it was just under this step here. It came through like a tsunami. It was just within half an hour. We got into displaced accommodation. We were only meant to be there for 6 months. We ended up being 20 months.
Wayne and a neighbour launched the group Fed Up, an acronym for flooded, evacuated and displaced but united people to support others in their battles with insurers.
I would take everyone's cases on board and see the commonalities.
2 years on, our resilient community is better prepared than ever for natural disasters. SES implementing new procedures and training, including simulated scenarios.
From working with other agencies to just working within our own groups and units, having other teams come into the city as well. It's not very often that you get that opportunity to work with a wide range of people.
While for council, the lessons learnt will shape our emergency response for decades to come.
We're not hiding anything. We went through a very rigid review.
With a renewed focus on disaster preparedness and increased public awareness in times of crisis.
The emergency alerts and the text messages we put out there gives us a better opportunity to engage with the community. We will try to mitigate as much risk as we can, but we will never be able to mitigate all risk.
The road to recovery is a long one, and for many, emotional scars remain. But residents can be assured our city will be ready the next time disaster strikes. Kira Jones, Win News.
When Rosslea was inundated with floodwater 2 years ago, David Shannon was rescued by 3rd Brigade soldiers as his home went under. Today he celebrated his 100th birthday, reunited with the men who helped save him.
David Shannon's 98th birthday is one he'll never forget. Plucked from his Townsville home by local soldiers during the catastrophic 2019 floods.
The newspaper said they carried me out. I actually walked on it.
It was one of the worst affected areas. We were walking through waist-deep water.
We were pretty lucky to get there at the time because the water was rising very quickly.
2 years later, Matt Freegard and Jared Collis were the guests of honour at David's 100th birthday party, gifting him some engraved regiment memorabilia.
The card case is what we give to all our members, pretty much, so whether it's a farewell or going to a different unit, so pretty much makes David part of the forge of the family.
And joining in on the festivities. David was born near Belfast, Ireland, and moved to Australia in 1955.
I was teaching and had been given a job with the New South Wales Education Department.
He can't pinpoint what's behind his 100 years of life to just one thing. But if today is anything to go by, it takes good friends and a few slices of cake. How do you feel?
No different.
Emily Steinhardt, Win News.
A new simulation centre will be built in Townsville, boosting the Australian Army's warfighting capabilities and our local economy. The federal government committing $31 million to deliver the state-of-the-art three-storey armoured vehicle facility, supporting the training of 3rd Brigade soldiers at Laverack Barracks. Commercial company St Hilliers has been awarded the main construction contract. 98% of its workforce will be locals. Work is scheduled to begin this month with more than 100 jobs on offer. It's expected to be completed by mid-2022. Crew on board a Townsville medical ship are preparing to redeploy to Papua New Guinea this week. The YWAM vessel has been docked in Townsville since March after operations were suspended due to COVID-19.
A team of dedicated volunteers and healthcare workers on board a ship bound for Papua New Guinea on a medical mission.
Really special to see not only physical help but hope as well delivered.
For years, the YWAM vessel has delivered vital health services and training to isolated PNG communities, changing the lives of everyone they meet.
84% of PNG's population live in rural communities, so when it comes to delivering healthcare, it can be very, very challenging.
We do ophthalmology as well, cataract surgeries, a few other different smaller surgeries as well. But a lot of our work is on the field, in the villages, and doing education and training.
But last March, COVID struck. The ship forced to leave PNG and return to Townsville, where it's been docked ever since. Finally, crew are preparing to set sail again this Saturday with some new equipment, including a dental and medical semi-trailer addressing an urgent need for oral health care.
Statistics, it's something like one dentist in every 100,000 people.
This time around, there's no set return date.
Our goal is to keep the ship operational in Papua New Guinea. So there's far greater need in Papua New Guinea than bringing it back here.
25% of our volunteers are now Papua New Guinean, but we would love to see that grow and increase.
Kira Jones, Win News.
Coming up next on Win News, another COVID casualty, Groovin the Moo, scrapped for 2021. And how one Aussie company is taking working from home to a whole new level.
Back to take on the world's biggest problems.
Get out, problems. You're not welcome here.
Monday on Win.
Introducing new MyWW Plus.
It takes what's in your fridge and gives you healthy recipes to make for your family. It's just been so easy to use.
The MyWW Plus app takes the guesswork out of deciding what foods I should be eating.
You can really see the progress that you've made and it just motivates you to go further.
It makes working out the best part of my day.
More holistic, more personalised, more weight loss. New MyWW Plus from Weight Watchers Reimagined. Join now and get 3 months free.
What is greatness? It is constantly reaching for perfection. Knowing you can always become stronger. Pushing you to go further. To aim higher. And never give up. Reaching past your limits to rise above. It's what's inside that makes you great. Colgate Total, made for greatness.
Experience the power of fragrance, infused with essential oils, with Airwick Essential Mist.
Rather be at the tennis? Well, with Sportsbet for the Aussie Open, if your player leads by 4 games in any set, we'll pay you out straight away. That's right, any set, 4 games up, you win with Sportsbet. Come on!
The Nick Scamey January sale, extended for 1 week only. Save up to 50% off a huge range of quality furniture. The Nick Scamey January sale must end Sunday.
I love summer. It's a great time of the year to get organised.
4-shelf unit, only $249. Microfiber cloths, just $10.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 10%. Shop at Bunnings wherever you are, whenever you want.
Want to lower cholesterol by up to 9%? It's as easy as 1, 2. 2 of these Wheat Bix a day provides 2 grams of plant sterols, which are clinically proven to lower cholesterol by up to 9% in 4 weeks. Take 2 a day.
I believe chewing well and enjoying your food is your birth-given right. I'm passionate about helping people get strong teeth to chew well and enjoy their meals.
Call us today or visit our website dentalprecinct.com.au.
Welcome to Crawley Blinds.
From the deep aqua blue of the Australian sky through to the rich reds, yellows and browns of the Australian outback. From the lush tropical greens to the myriad of vivid colours in the Great Barrier Reef. Close your eyes and picture the colours in the rainbow of Australia. Those same colours are just part of the range available from Crawley Blinds. For business and home to put a smile on your place, the colours of Australia are waiting for you now at Crawley Blinds.
See Crawley Blinds, 'cause we're setting the lead.
We need your help to join the fight to save our voices. Visit change.org/save our voices to register and help us keep regional media alive.
Organisers of Groove and the Moo have confirmed the music festival won't be going ahead in Townsville this year. Cattle Yard Promotions says uncertainty around when COVID restrictions will ease makes it impossible to plan the event. Anyone still with tickets from last year's festival will be refunded. Some good news though, Groovin will be replaced with a new single-stage concert. Fresh Produce will come to Townsville on August 13 and 14. An Aussie tech company is taking working from home to a whole new level, setting up a staff hub on Magnetic Island. Staff are already seeing huge spikes in their productivity and are urging other companies to implement something similar.
Magnetic Island is one of the jewels in the crown of Queensland's tourist destinations. But for Ben Howell, these beautiful backdrops are his office.
Apologies in the background if you can hear the curlews.
Ben is one of the first employees to start working remotely from this staff hub. His company is looking to set up more in other hot spots, including Queenstown.
The challenges of remote working over the last 12 months has really given us the opportunity to see that people can work from anywhere. Initially, it will be, there'll be around space for around 20 people. And then we're looking, depending on interest, we'll build on that.
Having a better work-life balance, helping Ben better get into the zone.
After a few weeks of doing it, you kind of get into your own pattern. Of working remotely, and then I find I was more productive than I ever have been in an office.
90% of our team don't want to go back to working the way they did. People don't want to go back to 5 days a week, 9 to 5 in an office in a capital city.
He's encouraging more companies to get on board the idea and branch out from only having offices in our capital cities.
It'd be great if more companies can do it. I think it'd be fantastic to give people more of a lifestyle choice when it comes to working, not having to, as I said before, live near a CBD.
This is the type of thing that the companies should be embracing. And there's a couple of things. It's not just about rewarding current staff, but it's also a real opportunity to create communities.
Emily Steinhardt, Win News.
Time for some sports news with Melissa Russell. Mel, great news for the Northern Pride's captain, Javid Bowen.
Certainly is, Link. He's officially back with the Cowboys, the 27-year-old finding his way onto Todd Payton's list. He says he's pushing to return to full fitness and press for NRL selection.
Almost 18 months after he was taken off the Cowboys list, Javid Bowen is officially back with North Queensland. The 27-year-old signing a one-year deal to return to the club where he's played 36 NRL matches.
Coming back here, I thought I'd be behind the ball a lot, but I felt like I haven't really left pretty much, so I was surprised with that. The body's feeling good.
Bowen has been training with the Cowboys during the pre-season, pushing for a return to the top level.
I was very grateful when Toddy gave me the call to come down and have another crack. Pretty excited.
Recent shoulder surgery is disrupting his training time, but the wing centre says he's recovering faster than expected.
I'm out on the field running and passing and all that now. It's only been a couple of weeks, 8 weeks or so definitely on the right track.
Meanwhile, hooker Ruben Cotter has been named in the Indigenous All-Stars team.
My family was pretty happy when I told them.
Mum, she's Torres Strait, so she was stoked, and all my family was stoked. I'm keen to represent.
Cotter will be the Cowboys' sole representative in the game and will line up alongside stars like Latrell Mitchell and Josh Adokar.
I'm excited for the week just to see how we go together and how we bond, and I'm excited for the game as well.
The match will be played in Townsville on February 20. James Ingram, Win News.
Staying with the Cowboys, and former North Queensland coach Paul Green has been officially named the new head coach of the Queensland State of Origin team for the 2021 campaign. On a one-year deal, Green will take the reins from Wayne Bennett, who led the Maroons to an upset 2-1 series win against New South Wales last year. He says he's humbled and thrilled to be given the opportunity. Green will start his new role with the Maroons immediately ahead of this year's State of Origin series starting on Wednesday, June 9. Netball royalty Vicky Wilson has linked up with the Lightning for this year's Sunshine Coast Super Netball season. The former Firebirds coach saying she's looking forward to working closely with the shooters and the defenders, especially Magnetic Island talent Cara Conan, who's in line to make her Diamonds debut this year.
I remember my first test, it was daunting, it was exciting, but then once you got the taste of it, then you became just so motivated. So if I can add to her game, that would be amazing.
The Super Netball season is set to get underway on May 1, with a draw likely to be released later this month. And Link, that is our Night in Sport.
Wonderful, Mel. Thank you very much. Time for some weather details coming up for you after this break.
It's a massive new Norton on Win. With Jurassic Park's Sam Neill.
It's going to be huge.
Bombshell Billy Piper.
They're beautiful.
And the legend himself, Mr. Tom Jones.
If the boys back home could see me now.
New Graham Norton on Win. Catch all the fun 8:30 Friday.
Powerboard. Play by your own rules.
Get more of what you need to lose weight with new MyWW+. It's like my own personal trainer.
It helps you to see the progress that you've made and motivates you to go further.
More holistic, more personalised, more weight loss. Join now and get 3 months free.
Here at Amart Furniture, it's the final days of our warehouse clearance, where you can save up to 50% off a huge range of stylish pieces. So, you'd better get a wiggle on. Amart Furniture, on sale this week only.
If you've been injured and can't work, your normal life and income can suddenly stop. Check if you have an insurance claim through your super online in minutes, so you can start again. With Slater and Gordon, tomorrow starts today.
At Specsavers, get free polarised lenses in your second pair when choosing 2 pairs from the $149 range or above, and save $100. Offer ends March 3.
Sunshine on the window.
There's only one thing better than a Domino's $5 pizza. Having it delivered to your car for no extra charge. $5 pizzas, bring it in.
What's this?
Authentic street food. Dig in. Uh-oh, party's over, folks.
With added germ kill, Mortein Power Guard's all-in-one spray eliminates insects and 99.9% of the germs they carry.
The Hyundai sale event is now on. Experience all the best sides, including stunning value on selected models in the Hyundai range. Limited stock only, so what are you waiting for? Test drive a Hyundai today.
Joyce Main, your kitchen appliance specialist, with a huge range in stock from all the big brands. Get cooking with the latest technology like pyrolytic steam and air fry ovens, induction and gas cooktops, freestanding cookers and range hoods, plus fridges, dishwashers, even the kitchen sink. Our team can help you put together a great package. Plus, buy on 60 months no deposit interest free now and get a bonus gift card up to the value of $500. Building, renovating or just updating? No worries. Chat to the kitchen appliance specialists now at Joyce Main.
No worries.
The Nick Scali January sale, extended for 1 week only. Save up to 50% off a huge range of quality furniture. The Nick Scarlett January sale must end Sunday.
Imagine losing power during cyclone season, but a solar system with a German-made Senec battery could reduce your electricity bills and keep the lights on during a blackout. Talk to Super Green Solutions, your local trusted energy-efficient product specialist for 21 years.
Up next, one COVID vaccine could stop the virus from spreading. So which one is it, and are we getting it here? Aussie actor Josh Lawson has jumped back into his director's chair and he joins us to tell us all about it. Plus, first it was sea shanties. Well, now there's a new 2021 TikTok king in town. We meet viral sensation Llewellyn. The project next.
You gotta come on. This report brought to you by Harvey Norman. Everything you need in electrical, technology, furniture and bedding. Shop in store and online today.
Region for Thursday, mostly sunny with a few showers and storms inland. Lucinda had some high humidity, temperatures feeling slightly above what the mercury showed, that 29-degree max. Similar story in Townsville, 24 to 33 degrees the temperature stretched there, and thunderstorms rolled in west of Charters Towers mid-Arvo with 32 degrees the top. On the satellite shot, the monsoon trough persists over the north and is expected to deepen towards the end of the weekend over the weekend as an embedded tropical low forms within it over the northwest. Meanwhile, a high near New Zealand maintains a ridge along the east coast of our state. Onto the synoptic chart, this high will weaken over the next few days as a trough over the western parts approaches the southeast of Queensland. On our waters tomorrow, mostly sunny, winds up to 15 knots on an east-nor'easter. High tide for Townsville tomorrow will be at 4:15 in the afternoon. A look at the forecast for you now. Partly cloudy, a high chance of showers inland, a medium chance elsewhere, and the chance of an inland thunderstorm. 32 coming up once again for the Towers, with 31 south of Townsville and also north of, except for Ingham, heading for 32. In Townsville itself, a shower or two, 31 the max after 25 overnight for the days ahead. Saturday, a possible shower. Sunday's looking similar. By Monday, more showers on the way. As you can see, those maximums and minimums staying pretty uniform. That is all for Win News for this evening. Thank you so much for your company. Hope you can join us tomorrow night at 6. We'll be back on your telly with updates throughout this evening and the day tomorrow, and always online, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Stay up to date. From me and the team for now, good night.
This has been a Win News presentation. Win News, Regional Australia's #1 news source.